Hey George,
What's happening?
what you up to today?
I've got a little bit on today. I've got an interview with one of our young people. What about you? What are you up to?
I don't remember.
Kia ora whānau and welcome. Today I have the honour of speaking with someone who shared a powerful kōrero about Whakapapa, identity and the challenges of being seen for who we really are. Let's get into it. You opened your speech by talking about how people react when you say you're Māori. Can you tell us what those early reactions felt like and how they shaped your sense of identity?
So like when I'd get like surprises telling me or like reactions telling me like, oh, you know, you don't look Māori or must be only a little bit, like for a little bit I'd like kind of, it hurt me a lot, so I just went like really I got really self-conscious. Yeah.
Okay, so you said you used to shrink when people questioned your Māori identity. What helped you start to stand tall?
I started to realize like my identity wasn't about how other people's, like what other people thought it was how I felt. Like I knew I was Māori, I knew like I know my pepeha, I know my whakapapa, and like it's not for other people to tell me what it is.
There's a powerful line in your speech, as if Whakapapa is something you can dilute. What does that mean to you personally?
Like so for me it means like you can breed it out kind of. Like that's what it kind of meant to me. Like people kind of made it like the Māoriness was bred out of me because I'm so white.
You shared some beautiful kōrero about your tīpuna. Can you tell us more about kokoroiti te reru whanga and how her story sits with you today?
So she is like I think she's my great grandmother. She was brought up in the South Wairarapa area, and then she was kidnapped by Te Reo Parahai during one of his earlier raids in the South Wairarapa, and a man named John Stanton Workman, who is my great granddad, he came along and negotiated her release, and she claimed that she was a Māori princess, so he believed her, and then they went on to get married and have 9 children, and yeah.
Did they get a TV after that?
No.
You also spoke about learning your pepeha. What was that journey like? Was it emotional?
Yeah, so I always knew Mum's pepeha for the Lee side of the family, but then we went down a journey of finding Dad's pepeha and Mum's nanny's like family, so that was pretty cool. Like it was really uplifting. Yeah, found out where we're from and stuff.
Cool. Your mum says there's no such thing as percentages in ta'a Māori. How has that way of thinking shaped how you carry yourself?
So now I'm more confident. Like I'm Māori. I'm not half Māori. I'm not a quarter Māori. I'm just Māori, instead of, oh, you know, I'm half Māori, I'm half white, or like having to explain to people like this is how much Māori I am, or this is how much dada I am. So like it's really I don't know how to explain it. It's really like boosting.
You also touched on something that a lot of people struggle with, being invisible because of how they look. What does that invisibility feel like day to day?
So it's just hard because like when we do kapaka and stuff, I'm always like kind of an afterthought when people don't, like, for instance with karanga or kaya, I'm always just an afterthought for when people don't want to do it, or like a backup. I'm never asked straight away, so it just feels like I'm really invisible all the time. Like nobody's coming to me straight away, they're always going to someone else first, or like, yeah.
When people question whether you're Maori, how do you deal with that now?
Now I tell them, yeah, like, yeah, I'm Māori. I just say, like, I just be straight up, just say yeah.
Has the doubt from others made your connection stronger or sometimes harder to carry?
A couple years back it was really hard for me to carry, but now I'm just like, it's made me, every time someone questions it, it makes me feel more like stronger, because like I know who I am and like other people are questioning it, so they must not know who they are.
Tell us more about your Koro's 27-year fight for a marae. What does that legacy mean to you?
So my koro was on the Whangamata Community Marae Committee for 27 years, and they've only just recently gotten some land from the council, and so now they're going to start building a marae on it. But he passed away a year ago, so it's become like mum's journey now, like our journey, instead of just my koro's. And so like it's really just it's bittersweet, because like, you know, we wish Koro was here to be with us to see it, but then it's also like so uplifting, like feeling like it's finally coming along. So like, yeah.
How has your mum helped you stay connected to your identity, even when it's been hard?
She helped me, like, she took me up to our land like a couple weeks ago, to our, not to our marae, but we went past it, and then she was like, oh, that's our marae, you know, da 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 da. But it was just like really, it was really nice, because like we finally got to see it in person. So like it wasn't just like, oh, you're from here, or you're from here, you're from here. Like it was actually like, this is where you're from.
You mentioned how kapahaka has always been a part of your life. How has kapahaka helped you stand in your culture, even when others tried to push you down?
I don't know, every year it just kind of got stronger and stronger. Like the longing to do kapahaka just got like, oh, I have to do kapahaka this year, I've got to do kapahaka this year. And so like it's hard to explain. Like it got, every year it's just like better and better, because then there's more opportunities to come. Like last year we were supposed to go to, oh no, this year we're supposed to go to Pārangatahi, and then we just go to heaps of things now, whereas like, you know, in primary school it was just perform once a year and that was it. But now like it's just, the connection's stronger, because every year there's more and more opportunities for kapaka and those sorts of things.
What would you say to that inner voice that says, don't put your hand up?
I got to a point where I just told it to shut up. Like I didn't care, because I found that it wasn't actually my voice, it was all the other people who were making me feel insecure. It was their voices, not mine. And so I just got to a point where I didn't care, and I started getting more confident and not caring what other people thought of me.
There are lots of rangatahi struggling to feel Maori enough. What would you say to them?
It's not for other people to decide. Like if you're not feeling Māori enough because of what people are telling you, it's not for them to decide. If you know where you're from, if you know your blood, the blood that's in you, that runs through your veins, then like that's you.
You ended your speech with something beautiful about your ancestors. If your tīpuna could hear you speak today, what would you want to say to them?
Thank you, because without them I wouldn't be here. And like there's some people who aren't here today who I wish that would have been able to come, like, to watch me and stuff. And so yeah, like being able to tell them about it.
Ngā mihi nui e hoa. Thank you for sharing your story so openly. This kōrero is for everyone who's ever felt unsure of where they belong, and a reminder that identity lives deeper than skin. Kia kaha. You must have got your father's genes, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like on my mum's side, they're all some of them are fair, but yeah, I've got my dad's freckles, my dad's fair skin, my dad's blue eyes, my dad's height. Yeah. I've got most of the genes from dad.